I love California. It's the best in winter. And we are going to slay this show. The Nile Project is a project made of a group of musicians from 7 of the 11 countries on the Nile Basin.
We get together once a year for a residency in Egypt and we create music so that we know each other's culture and our values.
It's a question that most Egyptians don't ask themselves. Why are we not exposed to Ethiopian culture even though they share a river with us? So it was a question that incited us to go and start a project that helps expose the audiences of the 11 Nile countries to the cultures of their neighbors through the music.
We are from Kenya, Egypt, Sudan, South Sudan, Uganda, Ethiopia.
And it's kind of like an experiment in unity, in a musical sense, you know what I mean?
And these musicians come together and make music and perform music, all in the goal of starting a conversation.
I composed this song in the first residence of the Nile Project in Aswan, Egypt. And mainly the song talks about the relationship between the Nile and the South.
Well, it's really about being conscious of your environment and who you're sharing it with, really. So there's a drought in California now, for example, and that's because there's a problem of sharing, you know? So we're talking about the Nile as being one river, one source.
There is a lot of mistrust among the citizens of the different Nile Basin countries. A lot of that mistrust is really coming from ignorance, from a lack of cultural awareness.
So you have to learn how to share it.
Musical curiosity drives cultural curiosity and cultural understanding. And through that process of learning about somebody else, you start developing a level of cultural empathy that did not exist before.
Oh, man. We're conducting workshops and doing performances too. And these workshops are aimed at university students. And people like these will finish their studies, come back to Africa probably, and offer their knowledge and the skills that they have learned or help the communities along the Nile Basin to conserve this river or to start projects for the goodness of this river.
Thank you so much for coming out. We are the Nile Project.